Hi, I'm Rob Brown and I'm a networking coach, and that simply means that I help people like you make a lot more money from their networking, get a lot more famous and enjoy it a lot more. Let's look at 7 killer networking follow-up tips. It's not just about attending the events and shaking hands, it's about what happens after that. If you don't follow up with people, you might as well not go networking because they're going to forget you very quickly. So let's look at some tips that can help you raise your game there. Tip number 1 is act fast. You've got maybe a 2 or 3 day window of opportunity before they get sucked into their usual world and they forget about you. So do something quite quickly to stay front of mind, top of mind with people. Tip 2 is choose your channel. So decide whether you're going to make a phone call, an email, you're going to connect to them on an online network, but choose something, one that makes you feel comfortable and hopefully one that's going to get their attention as well. Then you've got to find your angle. You've got to find what reason you've possibly got for wanting to keep in touch with them and make them see that reason as well. You know, are you somebody worth knowing? Are you somebody worth having a cup of coffee with after the networking? Find your angle that adds some value. Number 4 is pick your outcome. You've got to choose what you want from this networking follow-up. Is this somebody that's going to give you more business? They're going to buy from you or going to refer you? Have they got some advice or some resources that you need? Decide what you want from the follow-up. Otherwise, it's probably not worth following up. Tip number 5 is add some value. Can you give someone a gift, a book, direct them to a website, share with them a resource, give them a tip, something like that. Share with them a motivational quote. Add some value when you follow up. Make yourself a person worth knowing. And that makes people excited about keeping in touch with you. You've also got to close the loop. Don't let things drag on and not keep in touch. Say, well, let's stay in touch and let me put a note in my diary to give you a call in 6 months' time if we've not done anything in the meantime. That's an example of closing the loop. You're just letting people know that if we don't talk in the meantime, I am going to come back to you in 2 or 3 months. Is that okay? And finally, be ruthless. You've got to say no to some relationships. You don't need to follow up on everybody. Some people are the wrong people. I often say, is the juice worth the squeeze? And some people are not. You've got to let them go so you can make room for the better relationships. So be ruthless. You put all of these things together, not only will you be great at networking and work in the room, but you'll be great at following up. And that's not just counting your conversations, but making your conversations